മാനുഷികതയുടെയും മാനവികതയുടെയും ചരിത്രഗാഥകൾ വൈജ്ഞാനികമായി അടയാളപ്പെടുത്തിയാണ് മർക്കസിൻ്റെ പ്രയാണം. ഈ സഞ്ചലനത്തിൽ മർക്കസ് താണ്ടിയത് അനർഘമായ പാതകളാണ്, സ്ഥാപിച്ചത് നിസ്തുലമാർന്ന അധ്യായങ്ങളും. ഇസ്ലാമിക സംസ്കൃതിയുടെ ആദാനപ്രദാനങ്ങളിലൂടെ മർക്കസ് വളർത്തിയെടുത്തതും പകർന്നുകൊടുത്തതും അതുല്യമാർന്ന സന്ദേശമായിരുന്നു. വൈജ്ഞാനിക സമൃദ്ധിയുടെ ഈ പ്രകാശ ധാവുള്യത്തിലേക്കും സപ്തരശ്മിയിലേക്കും ദാഹാർത്തരായി പലരും പറന്നുവന്നു. സയ്യിദുമാർ, മഹാപണ്ഡിതന്മാർ, പ്രതിഭാധനരായ ദൈക്ഷണിക വ്യക്തിത്വങ്ങൾ, ശാസ്ത്രപ്രതിഭകൾ, ഭരണാധിപന്മാർ, മർക്കസിൻ്റെ പ്രകാശഭൂമികയിലേക്ക് ചിറകടിച്ച ഹൃദയങ്ങൾ അനേകം. ഈ മലർവാടി അവർക്കായി വിധാനിച്ചത് ഹരിതമധുരമായ വിജ്ഞാന വിഭവങ്ങളായിരുന്നു. അറിവനുഭവങ്ങളുടെ അനന്തവിസ്തൃതിയിലേക്ക് ആത്മസംതൃപ്തിയോടെ നോക്കി നിർവൃതിയടയാം. APJ അബ്ദുൽ കലാം, അറിവുകളുടെ ആകാശത്തെ അവിസ്മരണീയ വ്യക്തിത്വം. ഇന്ത്യയുടെ ശാസ്ത്രഗവേഷണ ചരിത്രത്തെ ലോകത്തിൻ്റെ നെറുകയിൽ പ്രതിഷ്ഠിച്ച പ്രതിഭാധനനായ ശാസ്ത്രജ്ഞൻ. ലോകം ആദരിക്കുകയും അംഗീകരിക്കുകയും ചെയ്യുന്ന ദീക്ഷണാശാലി. ശാസ്ത്രജ്ഞനിലൂടെ വളർന്ന് ഇന്ത്യയുടെ പരമാധികാര പീഠം വരെ സിദ്ധിച്ച മഹാപ്രതിഭ. അറിവിൻ്റെ അതുല്യസാഗരമായി ലോകം നെഞ്ചേറ്റിയ ആ പ്രതിഭയും മർക്കസിലെത്തി. ചരിത്രം പുതുമകളെ സ്വീകരിക്കുമ്പോൾ മർക്കസ് പുതുമയാർന്ന ചരിത്രം സൃഷ്ടിച്ച സുന്ദര നിമിഷം. രാഷ്ട്രപതിയും ശാസ്ത്രമേധാവിയുമായിരുന്ന APJ അബ്ദുൽ കലാമിനെ മർക്കസ് ഇരുകരവും നീട്ടി സ്വീകരിച്ചു. പ്രകൃതിയുടെ സ്വച്ഛന്തത നിറഞ്ഞുനിന്ന സ്വീകരണം. വൃക്ഷത്തൈ നൽകി കലാം സാറിനെ ശൈഖുന കാന്തപുരവും സംഘവും സ്വീകരിച്ചു. കലാം സ്റ്റേജിലെത്തി.
गोया एक संसार से रिश्ता जोड़ लिया, रोजे की दीवार 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 से।
सलाम मरहबा प्यार ये हमारा, बाशिए हिंद का शहंशाह हमारा, कमाल है कमल अब्दुल कलाम सितारा, जमाल है कमल अब्दुल कलाम हमारा, कमाल है कमल अब्दुल कलाम सितारा, जमाल है कमल अब्दुल कलाम हमारा। सलाम मरहबा प्यार है हमारा, बाशिए हिंद का शहंशाह हमारा। देश का अभिमान हुआ, नाम कलाम मकबूल हुआ, अमीर था वो मुल्क का, जिंदगी फकीर का। सलाम मरहबा प्यार है हमारा, बाशिए हिंद का शहंशाह हमारा। लोगों ने दिल दिया, प्यार का तोहफा दिया, मुल्क की शुहरत हुई, वतन का नाम हुआ। लोगों ने दिल दिया, प्यार का तोहफा दिया, मुल्क की शुहरत हुई, वतन का नाम हुआ। सलाम मरहबा।
واختلاف
മർക്കസ് ഡയറക്ടർ ഡോക്ടർ AP അബ്ദുൽ ഹക്കീം അസ്ഹരി സ്വാഗതം ആശംസിച്ചു.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ومولانا محمد. صلاة وسلاما عليك يا سيدي يا رسول الله صلى الله تعالى عليك وسلم. Honorable Chief Guest, respected Chairman, Management of Jamia Markaz, teachers and students. First of all, I beg your pardon for the delay in commencing the program from our proposed time schedule. Techspiration is the interactive and motivating program Markaz proudly hosts with the esteemed presence of His Excellency Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Here the technological and inspiration value of Dr. Kalam encourage and arouse the future generation. Markaz, with an array of students from Kashmir to Kerala in its diverse campuses, looks forward to spread the message of inspirational life and ethical values throughout India by this brainwave. Though with the tight schedule of our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Kalam, this evening we plan to have a live interaction of Dr. Kalam ji with Markaz students of different institutions and disciplines. Also, we are fortunate to have Dr. Kalam for launching the excellent youth empowerment program of Markaz, an excellent youth program prepared by the Institute of Human Resources Activation and Management under Markaz Saqafat Sunniya, namely X4 Next. And he shall be releasing our headline, the English journal brought out by Jamia Markaz. His Excellency needs to no introduction to any of Indian citizen. Abul Faqir Zainul Abidin Abdul Kalam, born 15 October 1931, usually referred to as Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He is a scientist, an administrator who served as the 11th President of India. Kalam was born and raised in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu. Markaz, as a miniature India, we have even students from Rameshwaram, Tiruchirappalli and the surrounding villages of our beloved Honorable Guest. Studied physics at Tiruchirappalli and aerospace engineering at Madras Institute of Technology. Before his term as president, he worked as aerospace engineer with Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, and Indian Space Research Organization. Dr. Kalam is popularly known as the Missile Man of India for his work on development of ballistic missile and launch technology. He played a pivotal organizational, technical and political role in India's Pokhran second nuclear test in 1998, the first since the original nuclear test by India in 1974. Kalam was elected as the President of India in 2002 with the support of all major political parties. He is currently visiting professor at Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, and Indian Institute of Management, Indore, Chancellor of Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology, Trivandrum, and professor and visiting professor in many universities. Marcus is running different educational and charitable institutions spreading all over India. The governing body of the society includes a team of reputed scholars and active social workers who are experts in their respective fields. It has been the patron of unprivileged population and champion of constructive education with solid spiritual foundation. We impart a system of education combined with modern curriculum and moral upbringing. Here, even the ultra-modern educated abides the laws of the country and is committed to God, the true faith, with utmost respect to his fellow beings. Leading from its headquarters in Calicut, where we are now, Marcus has regional educational centers and divisional offices all over India, the Gulf countries, the Europe and America. Marcus operates more than 50 institutions and many sub-centers across the world, including the orphanages, School of Quran, College of Sharia, secondary and higher secondary schools, arts and science colleges, orphanage, home care system, vocational training center, degree colleges and professional colleges. And it is under the patronage of the Jamiatul Ulama led by Sheikh Abu Bakr Ahmed. The same Jamiatul Ulama is running more than 300 CBSE affiliated schools and 7,000 madrasas throughout India. I wholeheartedly welcome His Excellency Dr. APJ Kalam to this great alma mater, the abode of educational mix, the center of morality and modernity.
മർക്കസ് ജനറൽ സെക്രട്ടറി കാന്തപുരം AP അബൂബക്കർ മുസ്ലിയാരുടെ അധ്യക്ഷ പ്രസംഗം.
അസ്സലാമു അലൈക്കും വറഹ്മത്തുള്ളാഹി വബറകാതുഹു. വിശിഷ്ട അതിഥി APJ അബ്ദുൽ കലാം, മറ്റ് വിശിഷ്ട അതിഥികൾ, സുഹൃത്തുക്കൾ, ഇന്ത്യൻ പ്രസിഡൻ്റായി പ്രവർത്തിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഈ സ്ഥാപനത്തിൻ്റെ തൊട്ടു മുമ്പുള്ള വേറെ ഒരു സ്ഥാപനത്തിൽ വിസിറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ വന്ന സമയത്ത് ഞങ്ങളുടെ കുട്ടികളെ റോട്ടിൽ നിർത്തി ഞങ്ങൾ കലാം സാഹിബിന് കാണിച്ചു കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. എന്നാൽ ഇന്ന് ഇന്ത്യൻ പ്രസിഡൻ്റ് എന്ന സ്ഥാനമില്ലെങ്കിലും ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട APJ കലാം സാഹിബിന് ഉള്ള മഹത്വം അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ വിദ്യാഭ്യാസത്തിൻ്റെ മഹത്വമാണ്. പ്രസിഡൻ്റ് സ്ഥാനത്തെക്കാൾ മറ്റെല്ലാ സ്ഥാനത്തെക്കാളും ഏറ്റവും വലിയ സയൻറ്റിസ്റ്റും ശാസ്ത്രജ്ഞനും വിദ്യ അഭ്യസിച്ച ഇന്ത്യയിലെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ വ്യക്തിയുമെന്ന നിലക്ക് ആണ് അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ സ്ഥാനം. ഈ സ്ഥാനം ഉള്ളതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ വിശിഷ്യ അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ജീവിതം മുഴുക്കെ വിദ്യാഭ്യാസത്തിന് വേണ്ടി മാത്രം ചെലവഴിച്ചു. ഇപ്പോഴും അദ്ദേഹം ശാസ്ത്ര സാങ്കേതിക രംഗത്ത് പലർക്കും നിർദ്ദേശം നൽകിക്കൊണ്ടും പലവിധ സേവനങ്ങൾ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടും പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്നു എന്ന നിലക്ക് 35 വർഷം മുമ്പ് ആരംഭിച്ചു വന്ന ഈ മഹത്തായ മർക്കസ് സഖാഫത്തി സുന്നിയ സുന്നി കൾച്ചറൽ സെൻറ്റർ എന്ന ഈ മഹത്തായ സ്ഥാപന സമുച്ചയം ഇന്ന് ഒരു ജാമിഅ, ഒരു ഇസ്ലാമിക് യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിയായി വളർന്നു വന്ന ഈ സ്ഥാപനം മെയിൻ ക്യാമ്പസിൽ മാത്രം 20,000-ഓളം കുട്ടികൾ പഠിക്കുകയും അതിന് പുറമെ ഇന്ത്യ രാജ്യത്ത് മുഴുവൻ തലങ്ങളിൽ നിന്നും വന്ന വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾ ഇവിടെയും മറ്റ് സ്ഥലങ്ങളിലും പഠിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു. ഞാൻ സന്തോഷത്തോടുകൂടി പറയാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നു, ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട APJ കലാം സാഹിബ് ജനിച്ച നാട്ടിൽ നിന്നുള്ള വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളടക്കം ഇപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ പഠിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. അങ്ങനെ ഇന്ത്യയുടെ വിവിധ ഭാഗങ്ങളിൽ നിന്ന് എല്ലാ ഭാഷയും സംസാരിക്കുന്ന മുഴുവൻ വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളും ഇവിടെ പഠിക്കുന്നതിന് പുറമെ കാശ്മീർ, വെസ്റ്റ് ബംഗാൾ, UP, ബീഹാർ തുടങ്ങി ഇന്ത്യയുടെ മുഴുവൻ ഭാഗങ്ങളിലും ഈ സ്ഥാപനത്തിൻ്റെ ബ്രാഞ്ചുകളും ഈ സ്ഥാപനത്തിൻ്റെ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളും നടന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു. ഞങ്ങൾ മുഴുവൻ സമയവും വിദ്യാഭ്യാസത്തിന് വേണ്ടിയാണ് ഉപയോഗപ്പെടുത്തുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ഇന്ത്യ രാജ്യവും ഇന്ത്യ രാജ്യത്തുള്ള ജനങ്ങളും ഇന്ത്യ രാജ്യത്ത് മാറി മാറി വരുന്ന ഏത് ഗവൺമെൻറ്റും ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് എല്ലാവിധ സഹായങ്ങളും സഹകരണങ്ങളും ചെയ്തു തരുന്നത് ഞങ്ങൾ വിദ്യാഭ്യാസത്തിന് ഊന്നൽ നൽകിക്കൊണ്ട് പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്നു എന്ന കാരണത്താൽ മാത്രമാണ്. അങ്ങനെ ഈ മഹത്തായ സ്ഥാപനത്തിൽ ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട APJ അബ്ദുൽ കലാം അവർകളെ ക്ഷണിച്ച് വരുത്തി ഒരു സ്വീകരണം വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾക്ക് നൽകാൻ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് സാധിച്ചതിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ അതിയായി സന്തോഷിക്കുന്നു. ഏതായാലും ഈ മഹത്തായ സംരംഭത്തിന് ദൃക്സാക്ഷിയാവാൻ ഈ സ്ഥാപനത്തിലേക്ക് വന്ന് ഞങ്ങളുടെ കുട്ടികൾക്ക് കാണാനും കുട്ടികളെ കാണാനും സാധിച്ചതിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ അങ്ങേയറ്റത്തെ കൃതജ്ഞത രേഖപ്പെടുത്തിക്കൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ വാക്കുകൾ അവസാനിപ്പിക്കുന്നു. അള്ളാഹു ഇത് സ്വീകരിക്കുമാറാകട്ടെ. ആമീൻ. അസ്സലാമു അലൈക്കും.
മർക്കസ് X4 നെക്സ്റ്റിൻ്റെ സ്വിച്ച് ഓൺ കർമ്മം.
It's a dream comes true.
نلنا المنى زال العنا وافى الهنا والدهر أنجز وعده والبشر أضحى معلنا بشرى لنا
X4 Next, an excellent youth for Gen Next. It's been a long cherished dream of Marcus.
وافى الهنا بشرى لنا.
Thank you, sir. Now may I also request Dr. Abdul Kalam to release the English magazine brought out by Jamia Marcus.
بشرى
Jamia Marcus proudly presents
المنى
Headline,
زال العنا
the unique campus journal. Headline,
أنجز وعده
exposing what we are.
والبشر
Headline,
معلنا بشرى لنا نلنا المنى.
മർക്കസ് ക്യാമ്പസ് ഇന്റേണൽ മാഗസിൻ ഹെഡ്ലൈൻ പ്രകാശനം ഡോക്ടർ APJ അബ്ദുൽ കലാം ചാലയം കരീം ഹാജിക്ക് നൽകി പ്രകാശനം ചെയ്യുന്നു.
Now we are going to watch a short documentary.
Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, renowned scientist and former President of India, born and brought up at a village called Rameshwaram in Tamil Nadu. Zainul Abidin, his father, and Ashyama, his mother, gave him the thoughts of strict discipline and morality in his childhood. After his primary education at Rameshwaram and graduation at Trichy, he joined the Madras Institute of Technology (MIT) for aeronautical engineering. At HAL, Bangalore, he was a trainee for a few years. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam started his career with a basic major salary. Later, he joined ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, with his much talked about career in life as a project director of India's first indigenous satellite launch vehicle, SLV-3. His hard work, dedication and punctuality made him one of the most distinguished scientists of India, with the unique honor of receiving honorary doctorates from 30 universities and institutions around the globe. The government of India honored him with the major awards: Padma Bhushan in 1981, Padma Vibhushan in 1990, and Bharat Ratna in 1997. In 2002, India became proud of appointing him as the President of India. He is the one and only scientist considered ever for this prime position in Indian history. He was really the people's president and voted as the best president of India. His books Wings of Fire, Ignited Minds, and India 2020 were widely accepted and encouraged the youth of India to conquer the mountains of opportunities. He is a favorite with children all over the country, and he believes that you children are the future of India. മർക്കസ് ഉപഹാരം ജനറൽ സെക്രട്ടറി കാന്തപുരം ഉസ്താദ് കലാമിന് നൽകുന്നു. വിജ്ഞാനത്തിൻ്റെ വൈവിധ്യ തലങ്ങളിലേക്കും ദൈക്ഷണിക വിഹായസിലേക്കും വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളെ ആനയിച്ച് ഡോക്ടർ APJ അബ്ദുൽ കലാം സംവദിക്കുന്നു.
മാർക്കസ് സ്ഥാപനത്തിലെ എല്ലാ വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾക്കും അധ്യാപകർക്കും എല്ലാ ജനങ്ങൾക്കും എൻ്റെ അസ്സലാമു അലൈക്കും. First of all, I would like to greet Janab Sheikh Abubakar Ahmed ji, Janab Ali Fakshi Tangal, and Janab Ibrahim Khalid, Dr. Hussain, Vice Chancellor, Dr. M.A.J. Ashari, Sri CM Ibrahim, Janab Ibrahim, and all the students from different Marcus schools, my greetings to all of you, all the teachers also, my greetings. Friends, I am indeed delighted to address such a beautiful environment, nice buildings, nicely dressed people, following the religions faithfully. And also I would like to interact with the students of Science Colleges of Jamia Marcus on the occasion of the event Technical Inspiration. I am happy that Marcus has built a reputation for his contribution for providing modern education combined with Islamic teaching, particularly also orphans education and orphans care. My greetings to all of you. I am very happy to be in the midst of science students. All of you science students? Science has grown. I am very happy to be in the midst of science students. Science has grown and blossomed and will blossom. What is the nutrient for the growth of science? What is the nutrient for the growth of science? It is only question and question. Nutrient for the science is, it is only question and question till you get an answer, experimentally or theoretically or both. I would like to talk on the topic, questioning mind is the nutrient for the blossoming of science. The topic I am going to talk for next 15 minutes. Questioning mind is the nutrient for the blossoming of science. What is the topic? What is the topic? Questioning of mind, questioning the mind. Questioning the mind is the nutrient for blossoming for science. Now, dear friends, when I see all of you, all this side, that side, all of you, I strongly feel every one of you assembled here, you are unique in your own way. Remember, you are unique in your own way. Let me share with you some experiences. Now look up, there is a big light here, there is a light here. When you see the light and bulb, whom do you remember? Whom do you remember? Light and bulb. Very good. The girls are very responsive. Thomas Alva Edison. Thomas Alva Edison, for his unique contribution toward the invention of electric bulb and this electric lighting system. We remember him because he is unique. Now friends, every day in your Marcus institution, aircraft will passing through. When you see the aircraft, whom do you remember? Wright brothers, yes, you are right. Two Wright brothers who flew the aircraft when people said it's not possible. 1903, Wright brothers flew the aircraft. Now, all of you have got mobile telephone in the home, and you have a regular telephone in the phone. When the phone rings, telephone ring. Very good. Alexa, now that's a competition. Okay. Alexander Graham Bell discovered in 1885 telephone. At that time, he did not have a laboratory to build a telephone. He built the laboratory in his brain, okay? In his brain. So friends, now I'm going to tell you about an Indian scientist. He was traveling 1930s from London to Calcutta. When he was traveling, one evening, sun was shining. Then the sky was blue, horizon was blue, and sea was blue. He asked a question, why sky is blue and why the sea is blue when sun is shining one evening? That question, he worked very hard. And for 4 years in Calcutta, then he got a Nobel Prize. Okay? Who is that? Very good, C.V. Raman. Very good. C.V. Raman got his Nobel Prize for scattering of light. There was one lady who got 2 Nobel Prizes. Only lady in the history, that is Madame Curie, got the Nobel Prize for discovering the radium and also characterizing twice he got the Nobel Prize. Now friends, similarly a great mathematician was discovered by Hardy, Cambridge University. He was unique for his discovery on the number theory. He is known throughout the world. Can you think of? Srinivasa Ramanujan. So friends, now I want to tell you, when I said light, shining, bulb, immediately you said Thomas Alva Edison. Children said Thomas Alva Edison. When I said aircraft flying, you can think of Wright brothers. When telephone bell rings, you can think of Alexander Graham Bell. And the number theory, immediately you are reminded of Srinivasa Ramanujan. Scattering of light, you remember Sir C.V. Raman. And the 2 Nobel Prize winner, you remember the Madame Curie. Now, why you are remembering? Why you are remembering these people? Can you tell me why you are remembering? I said light, immediately you can remember. I said telephone, you can remember. Backspectral light, you can remember. Why? What makes you to remember? What makes you to remember? Speak. They are special people. They are unique people. They are unique people. The question is whether you want to be unique. Question is whether you want to be unique. Friends, so far I have met 15 million youth in India and abroad in a decade's time. I learned every youth wants to be unique. That is you. But the world all around you is doing its best day and night to make you just that everybody else. Every youth wants to be unique. But day and night, everybody else working against you to make you everybody else. So don't fall for that prey. Now, the challenge, my young friends, is that if you want to be unique, You have to fight the hardest battle which any human being can ever imagine to fight, and never stop fighting until you arrive at your destined place, that is unique you. Friends, what will be your tool to fight the battle? How many of you want to become a unique you? How many of you? How many of you want to be unique you? How many of you? Slowly hands are going up. Slowly. Okay. So, if you want to be a unique, you have to fight. 1 minute. Okay. You have to fight the hardest battle, what I said. So, what is the tool you use? Criteria for achievement of the youth, that is unique you want to be. When I studied all the unique people, about 15 people I studied, scientists, technologists, literary workers, religious people, all of them when I study, they have 4 unique qualities. Why they are unique? Because they had 4 unique qualities. Number one, remember I am going to ask you, you have to hear carefully. Number 1 was they had a great aim in life. Number 1, great aim in life. All the people, unique people, they had a great, not small aim, great aim. Number 2, continuously they acquire the knowledge. Acquire the knowledge through great books, acquire the knowledge through great human beings, and acquire the knowledge through great teachers. Number 2 was continuously acquiring the knowledge. Number 3, of course, hard work. You have to sweat, even though I am delayed. You are all sitting here, you are nice people. Third one is hard work. Hard work, sweat. Fourth one, perseverance. Any work, science work you do, technology work you do, or any work you do, there will be a problem. Problem should not become your master. You should become the master of the problem, defeat the problem, and succeed. It's called perseverance. What are the 4th point? Perseverance. First one, to be a unique person. Number 1, great aim. Number 2, very good acquiring the knowledge. Number 3, hard work. Number 4, perseverance. That is, you are not afraid of the problem. If you have, definitely you are going, you will be now you know how the unique personalities got evolved, and also you realize how to transform yourself into unique you. And above all, what you need, a willpower and confidence that you can achieve the great deeds. In this connection, let me recall a famous poem written 13th century by Persian Sufi poet Jalaluddin Rumi. Will you repeat with me, all of you? All of you, girls, boys, you are going to repeat with me. Ready? Wings to fly. Wings to fly. You are not eaten for 3 days. Wings to fly. I am born with potential. I am born with goodness and trust. I am born with ideas and dreams. I am born with greatness. I am born with confidence. I am born with wings. I am born with wings. So, I am not meant for crawling. I am not meant for crawling. Because I have wings. I will fly. I will fly. I will fly. How many of you will fly? So friends, my message to you young friends is that education gives you wings to fly. Education gives you wings to fly. Achievement comes out of fire in our subconscious mind that I will win. So each one of you assembled here, elsewhere, will have wings of fire. The wings of fire will indeed lead to knowledge, which will make you to fly. How many of you want to become a scientist, engineer? Scientist, engineer, how many of you? How many of you want to become a scientist, engineer? Okay, large number. Okay, down. Okay. Down, down, down. Now tell me, how many of you want to become bureaucrats, IAS officers? IAS officers. Oh. Okay. How many of you want to become teachers? Teachers. Teachers. Very good, very good. How many of you want to become a good political leader? Oh, so many. So many. Okay. One girl get up there who want to be a political leader. Get up, get up. One girl get up. One girl get up. One girl who want to become a political leader. Get up. Yes. Yes, get up. Stand there. Stand there. Stand there, okay? Stand there. Only one, only one. Only one. Only one. Sit down. Stand only one. Can you hear me? Only one, okay. This side, political leader. This side, which fellow? Get up. Whoever first gets up, that's the guy. Okay, give a mic to that fellow. Give a mic to that fellow. Give a mic. Fast, fast. Get up, fellow. Tell me, get up. As a political leader, what will you do?
End the corruption.
End
the corruption.
What will you do?
End the corruption.
End the corruption. End the corruption. Fantastic fellow. Fantastic fellow. Okay. Give the mic to the girl. Give the mic to the girl. One girl, only one girl. I don't have time to ask all of you. Sit down. All of you sit down. Don't sit down and calm and quiet. Okay, give to the girl. Get up. Tell me, as a political leader, what will you do? Your friend said you want to remove the corruption. What will you do?
I will make India
Yes.
a precious one.
Fantastic.
In front of all.
Okay, very good. Now,
Superpower India.
okay, very good. Good aim. Both of you have got a great aim. Guys. Now, how many of you want to walk in the Mars, walk in the moon? Astronaut. How many of you want to become astronaut? Nobody. You have to lift your hand if you want. Lift your hand. Okay. Lift your hand boldly. Don't do like this. Lift your hand if you want to. So only few people are there. I will meet you there 2030 when I am 100 there. Okay. So friends, now so many of you want to become doctors, engineers, scientists, and walk in the moon, walk in the Mars. So many ambitions you have. For all of them, you have to have a great aim in life and acquire the knowledge and work for it, and perseverance you do, definitely you will achieve. Now, to realize the great aim, one should have the questioning mind. Let me share with you the experience of questioning mind. Now let me recall in the year, carefully you have to hear me because I am going to ask you questions. Now let me recall in the year 1970s, one side I had to work with Dr. P.H., I was a small scientist in those days, Dr. B.D. Pausa, with his sodium payload, with his counterpart in France, Professor Blomont. The same rocket launch would have the Longmire probe of Dr. Satya Prakash with his NASA counterpart. I still remember many successes came in getting the data from 60 to 20 kilometers on the atmosphere of structure using sodium payload, and also the Longmire probe, another important experiment with magnetometer of Dr. Sastry with the research students. So it was a challenging task to work with Professor Sastry. Then comes my work with Professor Pokunko, a meteorological center of Moscow. What a delicate instrument he used. It was a beautiful thing to see Professor Pagonko's payload, radio frequency mass spectrometer. It finds out in the atmosphere what type of radio frequency exists. It was not only the science of measuring the atmospheric constituent, but payload looked beautiful also. Somehow I started liking Pagonko, and he day and night he worked. He's a great scientist. This type of experience, what I had at the young age when I was in my 20s, in those, all these sounding rock experiments, a number of experiments I have done, and with various scientists of the world, that's how I gained the experience. Next point. Above all, this experience with Professor Vikram Sarabhai and his expert scientists really gave me to work with the greatest university, with the men of scientific eminence, nationally, internationally, with a scientific way of working. It was working, intellectual working, scientific, technological working, and above all, when the failure occurred, defeating the failure and succeeding were the greatest lesson learned from Professor Sarabhai's leadership. Now, friends, I am coming to one of the very important lessons I learned. Friends, I have always liked to sit in a class. Always when I visit schools and colleges of India and abroad, I would like to see how teacher teaches us and students interact. Just now I saw in you. Recently, I would like to see how recently I was in Andhra Pradesh in a one teacher school classroom up to 5th class. I was with the students in the evening at 7 p.m. in the outdoor class with full moon shining. Later, I realized that the outdoor class had a purpose as visualized by the teacher. The teacher was teaching how children can be always happy. Dear children, you see the full moon. The teacher was teaching, see the full moon, the beautiful scene in the sky which brings smiles and cheers. Remember your smile, the family also, you smile, family also smiles. How many of you keep your parents happy? She was asking. Whole class lifted their hand, they said they will do it. I also lifted my hand with the 5th class students. Then the surprise came. The teacher said, Moon is the natural satellite of planet Earth, isn't it? Moon is the natural satellite of the planet Earth. The teacher asked, dear children, can any one of you tell me what is the name of the artificial satellite our ISRO has launched around the Earth? Only one boy responded that ISRO launched Rohini satellites. Then teacher converted the class with the moon as a laboratory. She didn't have a laboratory, but moon on the day moon was shining. She converted moon as a laboratory. She had a cloth blackboard, as she already drawn it first day of the moon, after the new moon, how it looks, second day, third day, today is the 15th day. That's why you are seeing the full moon radiating and beautiful light. She asked, moon gets light from where? She asked, moon gets light from where? Can you guess? Yeah, there was no reply at all. The teacher herself answered, moon gets the light from the sun. Very good. One teacher class enjoyed particularly. I was astonished with the foresight of the teacher in organizing the class on full moon day and converting the moon as the laboratory for teaching. It's a new innovation. She is teaching astronomy for young boys and girls on the moonlit night, converting as a laboratory. Now let me talk to you, friends, the story of invention and inventors, discoveries and discoverers, which will inspire you to become great inventors and discoverers. Let us study important inventors and their invention. Just now we heard the Wright brothers, they discovered aircraft. George Eastman discovered film, color film. Thomas Edison just now said the light bulb. Alexander Graham Bell and the telephone. Now let us go to discoveries and discoverers' discoveries. Albert Einstein discovered what? Energy equations called Ag equal to mc square. Energy equation. Using that energy equation, people make atomic bomb. Using the energy equation, they generate the power also, electricity also generated. Srinivasa Ramanujan, can you remember? Number theory. He discovered the number theory. Chandrasekhar Subramaniam is a Nobel laureate, and he discovered what is called Chandra limit. Using the equation Chandra limit, you can calculate how long sun will shine, how long our earth will survive, how long our moon will survive, and he has calculated. C.V. Raman, he discovered the Raman effect. With what is unique nature? When I say discoverers, inventors, what is the unique nature of thinking minds of discoverers and inventors of the world? Carefully hear me. Inventions and discoveries have been constantly, the invention discoveries have emanated from creative minds that have been constantly working and imaging the outcome of the mind. With imaging and constant effort, all the force of the universe work for that inspired mind, thereby leading to invention or discoveries. I am sure the education system in Jamia Marcus institutions are providing challenging environment to the student for nurturing creativity and innovation. Friends, now I am going to narrate one or two incidents that took place in the life of the scientist who discovered the energy equation, Raman effect, and gave the new meaning to the number theory and gene targeting. Now, in Albert Einstein's life, we find that his interest in science started early, beginning with his encounter at the age of 9. At the age of 9, with magnetism, which is called the first miracle. His father gave a magnet, and from that he studied the magnetism. When he called it first miracle, he was given a campus by his father, and Einstein was endlessly fascinated by the fact that invisible forces could make an object move. The experience made a lasting impression on him. His interest in campuses was reinforced when he found a caring mentor to hone his ideas. At the age of 12, he experienced second wonder in a little book given by his mentor, Marx Talmud, with Euclidean plane geometry, which he called Holy Geometry book. Einstein called this a second miracle. Hear me, Einstein made contact with a realm of pure thought. Without experience, laboratories, or equipment, he could explore the universal truth limited only by the power of human mind. Mathematics became an endless source of pleasure to Einstein, and especially if intriguing puzzles and mysteries were involved, he solved it. The next person I am going to talk to you is birth of creativity in a difficult situation. A boy who left in the road, he becomes a Nobel laureate. How? Mario Capaci had a difficult and challenging childhood for nearly 4 years. Capaci lived with his mother, and when World War II broke out, his mother, along with Bohemians, was sent to jail as a political prisoner. This lady left the child with some caretaker, and the boy lived, but he had a tough lifetime. He started sometimes living in the streets, and sometimes joining gangs of other homeless children, sometimes living in orphanages, and most of the time hungry. He spent the last year in the city of Emilia hospitalized for malnutrition. His mother finds him, takes him to the uncle in the United States of America, and there he specialized in a field what is called gene targeting. Gene targeting is a life science field. His objective was to do gene targeting, and the technology created by Dr. Mario Capaci won him the Nobel Prize in 2007 on gene targeting. and Noble Lord Apache life indeed reveals. The Noble Lord Apache life indeed reveals. Will you repeat with me, all of you? Will you repeat? When I wish upon a star, when I wish upon a star, makes no difference who I am. Makes no difference who I am. Anything my heart desires will come to me. So, friend, with this background, let me now bring out the main characteristics of the scientist. Scientists should never say impossible. There's nothing impossible for them. In 1885, a famous professor, Professor Kelvin, he is a fellow of Royal Society, said, it is impossible to fly anything heavier than air. Right, brothers? 1903, they flew. So, on the successful completion of Moon Mission 1969, Von Braun, a very famous rocket designer, who built Saturn V to launch capsule with astronaut and made a moonwalk reality in 1975, said, if I am authorized, I will remove the word from dictionary impossible. So, friends, it is a impossibility is not written in the dictionary of science. In conclusion, friends, apart from acquiring professional knowledge, all of you have to become a great human being. Keeping in this mind, I would like to talk about Imam Ghazali. Imam Ghazali, a saint. How many of you know Imam Ghazali? Imam Ghazali. You know, all of you know Imam Ghazali. Very good. I am going to give a story about Imam Ghazali. My father narrated to me a scene when Imam Ghazali was tested by Shaitan. You know Shaitan? How many of you seen him? You don't seen him. He is a transgressed angel. One day, Imam Ghazali was unfolding his prayer mat for Maghrib Namaz. At that time, the Shaitan Sahib appeared in front of the Imam and said, respected Imam Sahib, I am just now coming from heaven, where there was a discussion about great human beings, and you, Imam, have been judged as the best human being living on the earth. As a recognition of your great gesture, recognition of your stature, you have been exempted from the trouble of performing namaz in future. Shaitan says to Imam Ghazali. Imam Ghazali was restless as the namaz time was approaching. So he looked at Shaitan and said, Shaitan Sahib, first of all, performing namaz is not a trouble at all. And when even Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was not exempted from performing namaz 5 times a day, how can a poor Imam like me be exempted? Thank you, he said. He went on to perform, Imam Ghazali went on to perform the namaz. When he completed the namaz, Imam Ghazali still saw Shaitan was standing. That fellow was still standing. Imam Sahib asked him what he was waiting for. Shaitan said, oh Imam, you have excelled even the most favored prophet, Adam. You could not win over my deception. I made him to eat the forbidden fruit. Realizing that Shaitan was flattering, Imam Sahib prayed to Allah, O Almighty, help me and save me from the deception of the flattery, thus making the disappointed Shaitan finally disappear. His mission failed. Shaitan's mission had failed, but one of the great human beings succeeded. I am sure that the teachers of Jamia Marcus institution are empowering the students with such profound qualities needed for success in all our missions. My greetings and best wishes to all of you young friends for your success in your scientific mission. May God bless you all. Now, I have got oath for science students. Will you take the oath? You are tired? Then repeat with me. Science is a lifetime mission. I will work work, and succeed. Wherever I am, a thought will always come to my mind. That is what process or product I can innovate, invent, and discover. Will you do? I realize I have to set a great scientific goal that will lead me to think high, work hard, persevere to realize the goal. My greatest friends will be great scientific minds, good teachers, and great books. I firmly believe that no problem can defeat me. Shaitan also cannot defeat me. I will become captain of the problem, defeat the problem, and succeed. I will work for. What are you doing? I will work for removing the problem faced by planet Earth in the areas of water, energy, habitat, waste management, and environment through the application of science. My national flag flies in my heart, and I will bring glory to my nation. Thank you. Very good, children. Now, friends, I can answer you 5 questions. Punraj, ready? Punraj, ready? Screen with your screen. 5 questions I'm going to answer you. Okay? Who will be the first one to ask question? Nobody. No. You don't ask anybody to get up. Okay? Only students. Okay. Get up. You don't guide anybody to get up. Okay? I will tell whom to ask. I will know whom to ask a question. Okay. Next row. Yes. Get up. Yes.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening, sir.
Alaikum assalam.
I am Anfas Yame from Ishad Public School, studying in 10th standard.
Next year, what subject you will take?
I will take science.
Take?
Science subject.
Okay.
In this competitive century, we, the students, are busy with our academics. Many of us opt to take professional degrees. And my question is, as our country is a democratic country, what is the role of students in politics?
Well, what is in many of us opt for professional degrees. In a democratic country, what is the role of students in politics? You ask 2 questions. Okay. In politics, your role as a student only study, nothing else. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. That side, that enclosure one. Nobody there. I will go to next. You are not asking, I go to next.
Yes.
Okay, you go this side.
Good evening, sir. I am Fatima Sana of Marcus English Medium School. Sir,
which class you are studying?
Sir, we consider your life as a great...
What? Which class you are studying? Which standard you are?
8th standard.
8th? 8th standard, okay. What's your dream?
To be an IAS officer.
IAS? Fantastic girl, very good. Okay. So what's the question?
We consider your life as a great inspiration for our students.
What is the question?
My question is this, that we consider your life as a great inspiration for our students. So, can you suggest some success tips that had inspired you the most?
Fantastic girl you are. Fantastic. You know, when I was a 10-year boy, you are 13, right? You are 13. When I was a 10-year boy, I was in the 5th class. Okay, 5th class primary Panchayat school in Rameshwaram. There one day teacher came in the blackboard. He said, I am going to teach how a bird fly, He put a sketch of a bird, put a wing, put a tail, nose, started explaining. Then the evening he took us to the seashore, showed how seagulls fly, why they flap the wing, how change the direction. My teacher, the way he taught me when I was a 10-year boy, not only I learned how a bird flies, but also that day he injected me aim in life, okay? I learned the aim in life, what should be my life. Then I took physics, then I took aeronautical engineering, I became a rocket engineer, I became a space technologist, started flying, okay?
Okay, thank you, sir.
This side, yes, get up. The last fellow, yourself. Yes.
I'm Oais from Marka English Medium and I'm in 12th standard.
Wait, 5th standard?
12th.
12th standard, what subject you have taken?
I have taken computer science.
Computer
and
science. Okay.
And my question is, according to the atoms.
According to?
Atom.
Atom.
Yeah. As we all know that electrons are going around, that means they are revoluting around the nucleus. So what force keeps it revoluting?
Well, I believe every one of us made of atom, you know?
Yeah, everyone.
The whole universe, this made of atom, this body.
Yes.
This body made of atom. You are made of atom, I am made of atom. Only thing is atom, how it is organized. Of course, atom has got electron and positron are there, but these are all the electrically connected, and definitely the new discovery is on photon. On photon, it has a mass. Photon has a mass. That is going to be a big revolution in the thinking of the atom and the atomic science. Okay?
But the question is that what force keeps the electron revoluting around the nucleus? That means
no, any body rotates. Anything rotates, yes. That's a centrifugal force, that's a centripetal force. It's counter each other. If one electron rotating, another electron rotating, all of them finally each other cancel each other, and stability is maintained.
That means it doesn't follow.
Stability is maintained, okay? Okay.
That means it doesn't follow the rules of, that means the law of motions, because no force has been exerted on it.
No force?
It's been exerted on it from external force.
See what I am saying, for example, you take after all an example. Yeah. Earth is orbiting its own axis. Earth rotates around the sun.
Yes.
How Earth orbits around the sun last 5 billion years? Because the rotational speed, what you have, the rotational speed,
yes.
It is sufficient to keep any other forces coming in to counter, cancel it. So that is the law of physics.
Yes.
Okay, next question.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
My name is Rafiq. I am one of the students of Marcus College of Sharia. My question is...
What class you are studying?
PG.
Okay.
Just as Einstein was thrown into the deep sorrow by the impact of little boy drawn in Hiroshima, your very excellent title, that is the Missile Man of India, it really makes you proud or disappointed?
Well, now Einstein when he discovered E equal to mc square, he didn't say you make an atom bomb, or he didn't say you make the power generation. He given discovery. By using the discovery, you can generate electricity, you can generate a bomb also. Now, as far as I am concerned, I worked in ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, that put satellites because it can finally put a communication satellite, and hundreds of transponders will be there. It connects thousands of villages, so it is very useful. Okay, you should be happy. When I make missiles, because all around me, the nations have got a missile and weapons. Naturally, I cannot do dabas, okay? So my nation has been strong enough. That's why India have become a nuclear weapon state.
Thank you, sir.
Okay? Okay, sufficient? Last row. Only front row guys asking question. Last row fellow.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
How are you?
Fantastic. What's your question?
Sir, you are against corruption and Hannah Hazare too. Then why don't you support him?
Support whom?
Hannah Hazare.
You are, what is subject you are studying?
I am for commerce.
Eh?
Commerce.
You specialize in commerce, became either IAS officer or chartered account, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Last row, only now last row. Only last row, not front row. Last row, this side or that side. One question. Last row, you are in the first row. You guys sit down.
Good evening, sir.
Where are you? No, you are in the first row. Last row. Where? Okay. Ask her. You are in the middle row. Okay.
My name is Bridget Agustin. I am from Kumbara Fatima B Memorial High Secondary School. I am studying in +1 science. My question is that in Japan, when tsunami and earthquake take place, the explosion of a nuclear power station causes many destructions there. I also hear that you are supporting such nuclear projects in India.
Nuclear
projects in India.
Nuclear projects. You mean Kudangalam?
Yeah.
Kudangalam.
Sir, can you ensure the safety of such projects in India?
Yeah, I have visited all the seashore nuclear power plants of India. I have studied, and particularly Kudangalam, and they got 4 safety features. Each safety feature is interlocked, and one of the very modern plants. One should not be afraid. We need a clean power, solar power, clean power, nuclear power. Okay, you have to work for it. Okay.
So,
Okay, next question.
Sir?
Next question, dear. Okay, friends. Last question you will ask. Yes.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So I am Asif from Kashmir, belongs to Markaz High School. And sir, my question is that what is needed to make India innovation hub of the world?
What is needed?
To make India as innovation hub of the world. In spite of the fact that we have the best brains, still there are not many inventions or innovations coming out of India. Sir, what we have to done to happen it?
What is needed to
What
make...
can be done to happen?
Yeah, it's a good question. What is needed to make India innovation hub of the world?
Yes, sir.
That's your question. Very good question.
Yes, sir.
Now, there's a big program going on in the country.
Yes, sir.
What is called Innovation Foundation. Innovation Foundation, Indian Innovation Foundation, there's a group of people, good budget they have. Every year they locate grassroots innovators from different parts of the world.
Yes, sir.
They discover about 100 to 150 innovators, and they award them and see their patent make and see their product produced. So innovation, a trend is starting now, but we have to do a lot. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, friends, wish you all the best. God bless you. Yaru. I would like to give Marcus Library these books for you, sir. These books for you, for your library.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. His Excellency Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, dignitaries, my audience, the chance of interaction only given for the students by our honorable guest. So, sir, please, on behalf of the non-teaching staff and public audience who are here, I want to put only a simple question, sir. Sir, my question, the incumbent President of India, Pranab Kumar Mukherjee, 3 days back in Bihar, he announced that he don't like to be addressed by His Excellency, and he considered the to calling of any person His Excellency is the remaining part of imperialism and colonialism.
When you call a person His Excellency,
Yes, sir.
His Excellency so and so,
Yeah.
you are wasting your time.
Yeah.
So you can remove Kalam, you can say, or
Yeah.
Mukerjee, you can say whatever you say.
Yeah.
Respected, if you want to, you add a sentence.
Yeah.
Or Mr. whatever you want, or
Yeah.
Janab, you can put it. Okay?
Sir, but if it is a protocol of Indian government, then we should address you and Presidency, His Excellency.
Change it.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. My students, my friends, good evening, everybody. One day Freud said, dreams were a form of wish fulfillment. Freud said dreams were a form of wish fulfillment. But Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, he said, he asked us, dream, again dream. One day your dreams will be fulfilled. Sir, years back, I think before 5 years, on a mountain top just opposite this prestigious Markazu Saqafati Sunniya, 3 years back, just on that mountain top, when APJ Abdul Kalam, His Excellency, the then President of India, was there on that mountain top. We, the inmates of Jamia Markazu Saqafati Sunniya, tens of thousands of students, including about 3,000 orphans, we dreamed that we can have a chance to meet Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. We dream it again and again. Alhamdulillah, tonight came and we all were blessed. And here is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. As a scholar, as a former president, as a scientist, and as a father for our orphans, and as another AP sitting beside AP Abu Bakar Musliya. Sir, once again, I can repeat, here are 3 APs. Here are 3 APs. One APJ Abdul Kalam, one AP Abu Bakar Musliyar, one AP Abdul Karim Haji. When these 3 stars are there, our sky is blessed, our sky is shining, and our sky will be shining, and our future and our goals, our dreams will be realized. Sir, I don't know what kind of words and phrases can I use here, but only I say, Alhamdulillah, sir, you are here, giving chance to us to realize our goal, to realize our dream, and you interacted us, you reminded us Hardy's discovery of Ramanuja, you reminded us the Wright brothers, you reminded us the Graham Bell, also finally you reminded us Imam Ghazali from the narration of your beloved father. May Allah make his tomb and qabr shining with the noor of Allah. You reminded all these. And also you just reminded us Allama Rumi and the philosophy of Rumi. We as the students of Markazu Saqafati Sunniya, we as the lover of science and ilm, deen and dunya, we fully ready to obey all these commands, and you asked us to be unique in all fields. You asked us to be scientists. You asked us to be good politicians. You asked us to be good engineers. You asked us to be good doctor. You asked also to walk in the moon, but you forgot the Jupiter. I think the word, the letter J after AP, after 3 APs are here, that word J, APJ, J for Jupiter. You will ask us in nearest future to walk in Jupiter also. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, one and all. Thank you, you all, my students. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, you one and all. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आश